Hello, my name is Ebenezer Safodo. I'm a business strategy consultant and a data specialist. About some few hours ago, a friend contacted me about a visualization he had seen, and he asked whether I could help him do that. There's a visualization I've been using about for 2 years and over. It's quite fascinating, and a lot of people are always amazed about it when it's used. So when he contacted me, I was like, okay, I would I was going to do a video on data storytelling and visualization and analysis as a whole. But for the sake of his inquiry, I'll do that video for him so as it may help others also. So before I start with the visualization, I always believe that people have to understand the principle. Visualizations are actually tools that are used in storytelling. If you look on my screen, it says that storytelling with data, any great story means visualization and details. Actually, there's a saying that goes, storytelling with data. Data is just a collection of numbers until you turn it into a story. So what we are actually doing as data scientists or data analysts is always telling stories with the data. I've already made videos on what data science is about. After solving the problem, you need to tell the story to the business owner or the person that brought the problem to you so that the story is complete to the people. Because if your story is not well told, the people may not be able to align to the solution you are given. So it is not in isolation about using some visuals and just displaying some numbers. So it's about storytelling. And in storytelling, there's a plot to it. Visualization, I would always say, are like your cast. If you are watching a movie and the cast is on point, it's easier to relate. If the cast is acting well, you're always happy and you align. If the cast is not what you expect, you'll be criticizing the movie throughout. Imagine having a 3-year-old probably playing the role of a 50-year-old. I mean, the movie would just not be what you would want it to be. It's the same thing with data and visuals. If the wrong visuals are used, let's say a line graph is used in place of a line chart, or in place of a bar chart, it makes the visual not send the right meaning and the right information. In that case, you'll be casting wrongly. So in storytelling or data storytelling, we use visuals to communicate. And I'll let you see one of the reason why I did this video early, other than waiting for my timetable. So we'll dive straight into the tool that I'll be using in this particular video. I'm a fan of Power BI a lot. I've used other tools in data storytelling, but I think Power BI trumps the most. And if you check the Gartner ratings for the past 2-3 years, Power BI tops it. It's quite easy to use and it's easy to learn. So from my subsequent videos, I'll be actually using Power BI. It's a Microsoft product. I'm not a Microsoft employee. I'm not doing an advert for Microsoft, but I believe that their tool is so great. I found it way back in 2016 and I've stuck to it. It's been quite useful in my journey as a data scientist. So if you've not downloaded Power BI, go download it, check it on the Microsoft App Store. It's free, especially the desktop version. So that's about Power BI. So let's go straight to the problem that my friend talked about. It has to do with data on this particular website about world billionaires. It's quite an interesting one on Wikipedia. So it talks about the various billionaires, top 10 billionaires in the world and their countries and their net worth. So this is where the data is. He had seen a visual where It starts from 2000, and he sees various billionaires changing from one after the other till 2020. You'll see later on in the video. So this is where the data is. So I'm going to go straight and launch Power BI. There's a desktop version and there's a web service version. Like I said, the desktop version is practically free. There is actually a tab on Excel also that does that. So it will be initializing. It's a quite useful tool, very useful. Today, almost 90% of the Fortune 500 companies use it. So I think I have to sign in. Let me open it again. I mean, you can log in with your Microsoft password. So this is where the data is, up to 2020. So we are going to pull this data and work some magic around it. All right, I'm signing. Okay, so this is the Power BI report page when practically all data sources that you can think of. We are going to do from online sources. So let's look at the web, get data, web. So let me go to the website, copy, and then paste the URL. Okay. So we are getting data from the web page and would export it or import it into our model and then do our transformation, then visualize and tell the story. So you can see the tables that are in there come over here from 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014, 2013, 2012. This is 2010, I think, 2009. Let's start some pretty, okay, let me just finish up. Okay. So let's transform the data. Evaluating. I'm just excited. And I'm sure you might as well be. It's going to be some few steps and we are through. That is why I recommend Power BI. For anybody that is starting, there are more sophisticated tools out there like R, but Power BI is pretty much drag and drop with some few code. You don't need any coding experience to use the Power BI. Okay, so we've loaded, there's our query editor. The same query editor is in Excel. We're going to do some little transformation. At least I can see this 60 billion. I need this as a whole number, like a numerical. Because with 60 billion like this, it will be seen as a string. You see there as a test. So what do we do? All right, let's split. First, let's take the dollar sign off it. So split from the dollar. There we go. Now, let's do another split. This time, let's just take off the first four. All right, by character. Let's take off the first four as far left as possible. There we go. Then we can as well multiply this new column by 1 billion. to get our final figure. But before that, this is just one of it. I'll show you that the tables were in 2020, 2018, 2017, 2016. So what do we need to do? We need to get just one file, one query. Because if we load all these tables, it will slow our system. So what do? We need to append. I'll show you another video on how to append queries. We'll actually dive deeper into Power BI and how it is used. But for now, the key focus here is to just get the visual that my friend was talking about. So we would append the query first. Let me just append maybe 3 so as it doesn't slow us down. So let me go to append queries, append as new. 3 or more tables. Let me see, 2017, add, 2018, add, 2015, add, 2014, add. So I'm appending. It's like I'm joining all these tables into one big file. Add. You can continue, but let me just do this and show you what will happen. So it's appending. There you have it. So I can call this all years. We have an appended query which has all years, at least the years that we selected. So we could have come here and then do the transformations we did earlier on. First by delimiter here. So you realize every step that I take actually is recorded here. These iterations will be carried on anytime there's new data. The beauty of this is whenever the data is refreshed on the website, I can easily come here and do refresh, or there can even be a incremental refresh, which would be automatically updating. I pretty much, okay, let me just remove the first 4 characters. And there we have it. It's loading. I mean, there we have it. So this time it's changing to a decimal. I can use it for my computation. We can close and apply and then get something like this for time's sake. So this is what we would get in the end. How I arrived at this is by using this visual called animated bar chart trace. There are various native visuals in Power BI that you can use. There's also custom visuals. This is one of the custom visuals. So you go to get more visuals, and you would find animated chart. Let's check. Oh, so that is it. You add, and you have something like this. Pretty much easy. And when you come, you just drop the fields, name, net worth, and year. And you have your nice visual as this. So we can actually change some settings. Maybe the speed, let's slow it down. Maybe 1005 milliseconds. And let me increase the font size maybe so as you see the names properly. I'm sure it's clearer. Okay. So now we start from 20. Bill Gates leading the pack from almost 7 years. Then whoof, Warren Buffett comes. Then the Carlos Slim family overtakes Bill Gates, and Bill Gates is coming. Oh, he overtakes, he leads. This is amazing. Pretty much than Jeff Bezos over the past year. So that is animated bar chart. You've been seeing it around. It's pretty much simple. After transforming your data, loading it, It's a custom visual. You can come and add your flags and all that in there. Once we are in Power BI, let me show you a couple of other things, maybe some custom visuals. So this is total net worth over the period. We can do year by year. Check out Bill Gates over here. 2000, 2011, 2012. So that's what we're seeing there. 2003, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008 is when Warren Buffett takes over. And Bill Gates takes over again. Carlos Slim, pretty much what it is. And this is how over the years, I think the world top 10 made the most money in 2012. Wow. 790 million cities. We'll get there. So I also tried to analyze with a donut chart. These are all custom visuals in Power BI. And US by count has the most billionaires in the top 10, about 57%. In terms of the money, they control about 62%. In that powerful. Let's look at the scatter chart. This also looks at age by the net worth. You can see here an outlier here, Mark Zuckerberg, who is the least in age. His average age is around 35 years. Here too, we can play. But the interesting thing is we can track. Let me just click on one person and track his movement. I think that's Bill Gates for you. Pretty much he's growing as the years go. So he started, wow. He became the billionaire around 40 something, 45 thereabout. Has been reigning since 2000. Pretty much been reigning most of the years. Mark Zuckerberg to just 5.12345. Who is this? Jeff Bezos, about 6 years. Bill Gates for you. Who is this? Bernard Warren Buffett. Okay. So that is another scatter chart. Let's probably do one visual together. Which one would you recommend? Let's do a ribbon chart. So for my fields, let me put year as axis. Let me put the name as a legend and the net worth, which of them? The net worth as the value. Yeah. This also shows, so the red is Bill Gates, and over the years from 2000 to 2020, you see him leading most of the time. There's also another excellent visual. Can also tell a story of how the rich played over the years. So this is Power BI for you. We'll dive deeper, but most importantly, Enoch, I hope your question has been answered with this animated bar chart. At the right time, I'll do a video on most of the things I've talked about here. We'll dive deeper into data analysis and how to tell the story. So thank you for staying with me, and I hope you've learned a lot. You can ask your questions in the comment section, and who knows, I may do a video about one of your questions. Thank you very much. The name is Ebenezer Safwedu, and I'm a business strategy consultant and a data specialist. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Thank you.